But speaking of support, one person that people were supporting and that's changing their support is the Subway guy, Jared.
I know.
Everybody was on the Subway diet. You know,
I wasn't on Subway diet.
Who's eating all that bread every day? I don't got time for that now.
Wasn't on the Subway
I'm
diet.
dragging a wagon. I want to play with Subway.
But I think that, you know, once you get into that certain lifestyle, you want to try to tap into. So I think he looked weird anyway.
I just think that you just never know. People are crazy and weird. You know what I'm saying? We see people on TV and we kind of worship them, and then you just, you know what I'm saying, never know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, what's really
like Bill Cosby. Like, I really wanted him to be my dad.
Girl.
I'm glad you raised the point of Bill Cosby because they're kind of making a lot of Jared and it's kind of making jokes. But when it comes to Bill Cosby, they're trying to want to really hang him to a
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
So
like he's the worst person in the world for what he did.
Back in 1940.
Exactly.
But you know something? A lot of times there are motives behind things that the public may never be made aware of. You know, like, for example, Bill Cosby is very wealthy, which means, and he was a smart businessman.
Yes.
And I bet you 10 to 1, Bill owns something that someone wants and refuses to give it up, and they will take you down. If you don't cooperate, then they'll take your whole career, because they tried to do it, or they did it to Michael Jackson.
Yep.
So I am almost certain there's something behind all of this, because now all of a sudden
why is it
it's
just
gonna come out.
and it's so many girls and it's been so long ago. So I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Something
girls.
behind
That's
it.
See,
crazy.
but I started believing it when Janice Dickinson was up there because I like her.
That's when I thought it was false.
she's always been crazy. She's never been believable to me because she's always been.
That's
because she's
when
like
I thought it was
insane.
false.
But I still like her. I was like,
who want to molest you?
Now, when the black model
who would
spoke, what's her
have
name?
to? Beverly
Johnson.
Beverly Johnson. I kind of was like, okay, we got to listen.
Right.
I mean,
but I believe there's somebody that's prompting these women to come forward.
Oh, sure.
And I don't know, it's
Well,
more
that's
to
true,
it than
because
this.
they haven't really had any proof, right? Besides like people just saying stuff. And as
just
far
somebody's
as
laying them on the
the
low.
Subway guy, they have like found stuff on his computer, so it's like a big thing.
But the funny thing is, to add on real quick with the Bill Cosby thing, is because it was the statute of limitations had ran out for so many women, so they weren't able to really do much until the 15-year-old. Now that is, they're going to hang Bill on that one because she claimed she was 15 when it went down, and there is no statute of limitations when it comes to children.
How long ago was that when she said, like, how old is she now?
Well, she's an adult, but she was a child when it occurred, and there's no statute of limitations, and that's why Bill has to now go before the court now. Because before, he didn't have to go before the courts, but now he does.
Just sit back and say, oh, okay, y'all talk.
Well, speaking of people with money, someone who's running with money for president is Donald Trump, and he's still making a lot of headlines. But what's interesting, there was a poll conducted recently, and he was at the top of the poll. Hillary was second, but there's somebody running the name These Nuts.
Yeah, y'all know these nuts.
But I thought that was a joke, though. I was like, this got to be a joke.
It's just
We all had to
funny,
just
though.
laugh at that. It's a joke.
it's crazy. But
I
And
really
had a
did
nerve to
like-
have like 9% of the votes, right?
yeah.
They
And,
play too much.
but that raises the question: should you change the stipulations of like who can run for president and like I guess what name, or like should there be a thorough background?
Walker still running for
Right, exactly. Look, shout out to Walker. He's running for president still. So if these nuts can run, Walker's still gonna run.
Oh gosh.
Bet
No,
you
Walker was actually serious about that for a while. About it, but then he.
I
like,
just
don't
want
think
us
I'm
to
gonna vote
start
for me.
taking our country serious.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like it's real issues outside of, oh my God, I broke my nail type of thing. Like it's real issues out here that we really got to take serious. And just because somebody is famous in their own right, I don't think that they have the ability to run a country. Now, Obama, I think he did an amazing job.
A great
I
job.
think so as well. I think he did really good.
Healthcare as well.
I
You
think
know,
he did.
I'm
With his limited
I'm
power.
all
And
with
my
it.
question for Donald: you've been famous for such a long time. What'd you
Yeah.
do with your platform? When, you know, as just being a millionaire, billionaire?
File
like,
bankruptcy and keep buying
Yeah, you
hotels.
just always under controversy.
Controversy. A lot, honey. I just thought what he doing.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody like that is so just frivolous with their money, imagine how this person is with our
Running the
country and what they're going to do with, you know, us, period, you know?
And he's so loose mouth.
And he's so rude.
Yeah.
And speaking of being loose mouth, I think was Kelly Osbourne was on The View, and she had a loose moment, which can happen. And I think she basically implied that, you know, Mexicans just, you know,
Only clean toilets.
clean toilets or whatever. And it was a slippage of the mouth, but it kind of
Something she had on her mind.
Right, but see, the thing is, she was trying to to
explain.
right, but she was trying to be against Donald Trump, but then she kind of like she was trying to
Jumped on
call
the
him
side.
racist, but she called basically seemed racist when she said the
Yeah.
thing she said. So I would have cursed her out on set. I'm sorry. That was a
What
try.
show
She
was
tried
Kelly
that.
Osbourne on?
She was on
She's
The View. She was
on The View. She was like a guest host somewhere,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It can happen. She was trying to explain her point of view, but like I said today, it's so much greatness on the show. I'm so excited about everybody being here. Just keep watching us and